I don't know how good this is gonna show up, y'all, but I've got my first buried female. If you guys look real close, she's carrying eggs.
What is up, fish fam? The last week has been wild. I learned one of the biggest lessons in my fish keeping career. A week ago right now, I was in a bizarre position and I made a big mistake. After I got off work last Friday night, I drove 2.5 hours to take a look at this fish tank that I had saw on Craigslist that had a massive amount of Java moss. Along with this Java moss came a 55-gallon tank with a really nice oak stand and a colony of swordtail fish. When I arrived at the house, I was sure that I was going to purchase this. That Java moss was like gold. I mean, it was fluffed up and giant. The mistake I made is the gentleman that I was purchasing this from had the idea that we would drain the tank to about 2 or 3 inches in the bottom and I would bring it home that way. Well, I had brought in bags, and that's what I had planned on doing, was bagging up all the fish and bringing them home. Along the way home, the fish did great. Every time I stopped and checked on them, they were doing fine. But the problem was the rocks that were in the tank would slosh back and forth and killed 16 of the fish. And some of them were really nice. Most of them were males, and they were very, very nice. Fast forward to 3:30 Saturday morning, I finally went to bed after moving them all into the quarantine tank and setting back up the tank that I had purchased. Now, it's a fixer-upper. It has a lot of algae on all sides of the wall. I focused on putting a adult pleco in there to allow him to help. I also cleaned the front window with the scrubber really well. Let them chill out here in this quarantine tank for a week, and they seem to be doing good. They adapted really well. I did end up losing 16, so I ended up with like 40 swordtails. I've got some fry, I've got some juveniles, and I've got some adult. I do believe I will have to add a couple more really nice males. I think I'm going to look up and find some really nice red males to add in there to really liven the brood back up, because yeah, the males that I lost were nice. Long story short, I just moved them out of the quarantine tank into their fixer-upper tank, and we're gonna call this one the swordtail tank, and hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I'm sitting here wondering.
What is up, y'all? What is up? As you can tell by the thumbnail, I have got a new swordtail colony here, and I thought I would give you guys a little short video showing it to you guys. And I know you guys probably haven't seen the rest of my office, but it's actually my office / bedroom, but it's starting to get tanky up in here. I've also got one of those 30-gallon tanks that I was telling you about that I bought online off of Craigslist. I gotta set it up probably tomorrow is whenever I'm gonna get started on it, so I'll bring you a video. Might even do a video showing the making of it. But down over here is the new one, and basically I seen this thing on Craigslist, and that moss that you see right in the middle is the reason why I didn't pass it up. And right now, I'll probably get over here a little closer. Right now, it's pretty flat. It's pretty flat right now. Look at it from the end here. And in the picture, I'll show you guys. You could see it was a big, giant bunch of moss, but I can't remember if I told you in the intro or not. On the way home, there was a bunch of rocks like these two right here in the tank, and they just sloshed back and forth and ground that moss down and actually killed some of the fish. But right now for the algae in the tank, I've got Ashton's standard pleco in here. He's probably up under the moss, and the moss or the algae is looking a lot better. You can still see on the back wall there's some where the Christmas moss has grown. There's some down there on the other end at the left of the sponge filter. And then on this end over here, you know, you can see, but it is what you would call a fixer-upper. And for filtration right now, I've got this Whisper 60 by Tetra with some biological media in it and a pre-sponge filter on it. And then I've got a sponge filter for a 40-gallon over there running. And I like that combination. It makes the water crystal clear. But as far as the swordtail colony, they're doing really good. Like I said, I ended up losing 16, and a lot of them were males. It's a beautiful set of fish. I just need some more males. I'm only counting like 3 males. I've got like 25 fish in here, I think, counting the fry, and they're all doing good. The stress is all over. I let them stay in the quarantine tank for a week, and that seemed to help a lot. They really are doing good. They're a lot of fun to watch, and if you keep the water temperatures not too hot, they will breed like crazy. And little backstory, the guy that I bought them from has had it going for 5 years, had this tank going for 5 years, and you know, this colony of swordtails going for 5 years from what I understand. And he would bring, you know, some in once a month to his pet store and sell the babies for fish food, and that's what I'm all about. So I may try to grab 2 or 3 really nice red males to add in some deeper red and go from there. So yeah, I will give you guys updates as we go. And the moss is doing better than what it was. It was really flat. It's just connected to a divider. I don't know, I may end up taking it off of this divider. I really don't know. We'll just see how it goes. But that is it. What did you guys think? The fish are awesome. They really are. I've never kept swordtails before, so this is new for me. They are pretty tough, but sometimes pretty sensitive as well. I mean, they were really stressed out last week. It was a big job. It was a big undertaking. The moss isn't as nice now as what it was in the picture and in person when I went and bought it, but those rocks just mowed down the moss, and I had to reattach it to this you know, divider. I don't know that I'm going to keep it that way. I may end up letting it just free flow. I really don't know. It's just a work in progress right now. I have got the viewing panel pretty clean. They do seem to be adjusting to the new tank pretty well. So I am going to go ahead and leave them this way for a while and let them really get adapted. Thanks for coming along, y'all. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Peace out, y'all.
I'm sitting here waiting.